Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Interactive English. She is Nina.
And he is Shane. So is that us practicing our freelancing work, trying different things?
Yeah, right? You can kind of mix it up as a freelancer. So we're talking about freeing up your life, right? So free up your life as a freelancer. This is part 2.
Yes, and so you know how you mentioned we can mix things up a little, right?
Yes.
So I feel like one of the benefits of being a freelancer is, for example, aside from this job, I can do other things that are completely different than hosting. For example, I also freelance as a tutor, as a designer.
What do you do? What kind of tutoring do you do?
I tutor English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tutor English and the designer, so I do media designing and editing. So editing videos, I can do that as well.
Right.
And I also model a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell.
Thank you.
I'd hire you.
What do you do aside from this?
Kind of similar to you. I mean, I do tutoring for English. I've also tutored, though, as a swimming coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing about as a freelancer, if you have a skill or something, you can kind of like get hired to teach people how to do the things that you're really good at, because you're not stuck at a 9-to-5 job and you get off and you're so exhausted.
Yeah, that's one of the amazing things, isn't it?
Yeah, but I also do some acting and do a lot of different things, editing things and kind of whatever comes up and something like catches my interest and I have the skills to do it. I'm like, hey,
why not?
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. I think even though there's not that stability, maybe, but you have so many more options.
Yeah.
Right.
You need a brave heart to do it, though.
Yeah, you do.
All right, let's learn more about freelancing.
Freelancing isn't all fun and games, though. Not having a full-time job means you don't get benefits like healthcare or paid vacation time. On the other hand, as a freelancer, you decide when and where to work. Want to finish a project on a sunny tropical beach? Freelancing gives you that choice. If you're serious about becoming a freelancer, there are some things to be aware of. For example, those starting out will likely find it hard to get jobs, as it takes time to build up your reputation and skills.
Okay, so free up your life as a freelancer, part 2.
Yes.
So in part 1, we learned a little bit about what it means to be a freelancer, actually, like how the word came about, and the benefits of being a freelancer.
Yeah.
But I think now we're going to switch gears a little bit and find out what's not so great about being a freelancer.
Yeah, so let's learn a little bit about it. Freelancing isn't all fun and games, though. Not having a full-time job means you don't get benefits like healthcare or paid vacation time.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Leaving a government job like I had excellent benefits.
Yeah.
Excellent healthcare.
How many days did you get paid holidays in a year?
Oh, like after you'd been there for about 5 years, you get 30 days.
Oh, wow.
So like 1 full month of vacation a
Not
year.
including holidays,
Not
right?
including holidays.
Wow.
That's just like your paid vacation time.
That's
that
amazing.
You get. And excellent retirement benefits as well.
Wow. When I was working full-time in the UK, I had 28 days paid vacation on my first year, but that included, say, 8 days of holidays. So you had maybe like 20 to 21 paid vacation days, which is still really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely some benefits to being a full-time employee, right?
Yes, indeed.
On the other hand, as a freelancer, you decide when and where to work, right? So if you want a vacation, just take one.
That's true.
You don't need to get permission.
I can go to Hawaii and do work from my computer.
That's
Sounds
true,
nice.
right? Okay. Want to finish a project on a sunny tropical beach?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Freelancing gives you that choice. So you can work remotely, especially, nowadays.
Yeah, that's
right? You have a computer, you can kind of work from everywhere.
Maybe even full-time employers should implement that kind of strategy. You know, people working from home
that did kind of change. You know, some companies started doing that and have continued to do that because of COVID.
Yeah, they realize it's still very effective, right?
Right, and actually it saves money. You know, you don't have to like leave the air conditioning on in a huge office and worry about all of that. You can just have people, you know, wasting their electricity bill at home.
That's true. All right, tropical. So a tropical island is an adjective from or relating to the area between the two tropics.
Okay, so it'd be the two tropical areas like in the north and south. It really is like the kind of the tropical zone like around the equator, right?
Does Taiwan count as a tropical island?
Yes, it does.
All right.
We're in the tropics right now.
So an example sentence would be, much of the island is covered in tropical rainforest. Okay.
There's not much tropical rainforest here in Taiwan, is there? Is it considered a rainforest? The forest here in Taiwan? Yeah, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Okay, continuing. If you're serious about becoming a freelancer, there are some things to be aware of.
Dun, dun, dun. So what does it mean when you need to be aware of something?
Okay, so to be aware of something just means knowing or realizing something.
Oh.
So in this case, we were talking about like the benefits of being a freelancer, but there are some things that aren't so great. So you need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, you need to
be aware. You need to realize that. You need to be aware of it. For example, Doug wasn't aware of the speed limit while he was driving.
Yeah, but the police don't care. They're still going to give him a ticket.
That's right.
All right, for example, those starting out will likely find it hard to get jobs as it takes time to build up your reputation and skills. I feel like that's probably the biggest challenge of being a freelancer.
Right.
But once you pass that, then it's, you know, mostly fun and games. Not exactly, but yeah, it makes it so much easier. Once you have a reputation, you constantly have more jobs and cases coming in. You can decide which one you want, which one you don't, and do the things you like.
Right. Particularly like if you are good at that thing, right? And you take your job seriously, then the person who you're working for, they'll want to hire you next time. Or when
they'll introduce you, right?
They'll introduce you to somebody else, and then you grow your network.
There you go. All right, so let's learn more about it after the break.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Annie。第一天的课文提到说，自由工作者的生活很棒，不会有整天告诉你该做什么的老板。那你也可以自己决定工作的时间跟地点。你想在阳光明媚的热带海滩上完成一项专案，也不成问题哦。不过呢，自由职业并非总是轻松愉快的。没有全职工作，就表示你没有办法获得健保啊，或者是有薪假等等的福利。那 Shane 老师就聊到说，他原本在美国是有稳定的工作，有很棒的退休福利。老师有提到 retirement 这个字 ，retirement 这个名词就表示退休。好，那文中则用到 fun and games， 它可以表达充满欢乐的事，嬉闹啊，或者是轻松愉快。那我们可以把它用在否定句里面去表达说，某件事它还是有严肃的面向，并非只是好玩而已。好，再来看到单字 tropical， 它是形容词，形容热带的。我们就顺便补充一下 ，the tropics 可以指热带地区，那么 the equator 则是指赤道的意思。课文接着提醒我们说，如果认真想要成为自由职业者，那有一些事情是需要注意的。像刚入行的人呢，可能会发现很难找到工作，因为建立声誉、建立你的名声还有技能是需要时间的。好，单字 aware 就表示知道的、察觉的、注意到的，它是个形容词。这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看句型 find 加受词加形容词，是表达说觉得某人或某事物怎么样怎么样。find 在这边是指觉得、认为，像我们可以说 Jenny found the speech boring。Jenny 觉得那场演讲很无聊。好，那当我们这个句型当中的受词是不定词 to be 的话，这时候则是要用 it 当虚受词，然后把这个不定词 to be 移到形容词后方，句型就变成 find it 形容词 to be。举例来说 ，Jenny found it hard to focus in class。Jenny 觉得在课堂上难以专注，这边 to focus in class 就是她难以做到的事。好，那接回到课文中。
Also, being a freelancer means being responsible. You need to keep your skills updated and manage your time, i.e. deadlines, and money wisely, because freelancing is feast or famine. Sometimes you'll have many jobs, and other times you'll struggle to find work. For a growing number of people, however, the freedom that freelancing offers is worth the risks that it comes with. Now that technology lets us do almost anything from anywhere, why choose to be bossed around in an office? When you become a freelancer, you can continuously develop your skills and let them work for you.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were talking about the pros and cons of being a freelancer. So pros are the good things and cons are the bad things.
Right.
Yeah, so, the pros would be maybe you can work from a tropical island anywhere in the world.
Right.
But then again, you don't really have paid vacation time, right? And health insurance, health benefits.
The benefits, yeah.
Yeah, so let's learn a little bit more about what it means to be a freelancer.
Okay. Also, being a freelancer means being responsible. Oh, yeah, that's
for yourself mostly.
Yes. You need to keep your skills updated and manage your time, i.e. deadlines, and money wisely, because freelancing is feast or famine.
Oh, feast or famine. So you either eat a lot.
That's like a big feast.
Or
you starve.
Yes.
So that really is kind of the case here, right? Like when you really need to be on top of what you are doing, like your profession, and you need to keep up to date with what's going on, because at any time somebody can not hire you or even get rid of you if you've been working for somebody for a while and they see somebody else who has more skills than you. They can very easily, they don't need to fire you, they just don't call you anymore.
Exactly, so you have to be responsible. Responsible is an adjective. It means to have control and authority over something or someone and the duty of taking care of it.
Right.
Okay, so example, Brittany is very responsible. So you can trust her to take good care of your cat. Okay.
So here you have to be responsible really for just yourself and the skills that you have and keeping up to date with things, right? That's not something you have to worry about that much when you're a full-time employee somewhere.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're like, I'm already hired. You just get on Facebook all day and take a lot of breaks. And you're not that worried about it because, a lot of times it's difficult for someone to fire you.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have another vocabulary word, manage, which is a verb. So to manage something means to use time, money, information, etc. in a sensible way.
Okay.
So for example, you can say, if you can manage your time well, that will help you a lot at school and work.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so time management is really important when you are a freelancer.
Are you good with managing your time?
I became good at managing my time when I became a freelancer because you're constantly having to look for jobs and get in touch with people, go to different places.
And sometimes juggle different jobs, right?
Exactly.
So you have to manage your time well. Continuing, sometimes you'll have many jobs and other times you'll struggle to find work. Okay.
Yes, that's true.
The case. That's the case of being a freelancer, right? For a growing number of people, however, the freedom that freelancing offers is worth the risks that it comes with.
Right. So I have a pretty good example. My wife, she had a full-time job. She was managing like a bushiban, like a cram school, right?
Oh, wow.
And she got laid off.
Okay.
Which is a bit different than being fired. When you get laid off, it's not really because of something you did, but maybe the school, for example, here
didn't have enough money.
They were going to close down.
Yeah.
So she just didn't have a job anymore. And she was so scared. And she was scrambling to look for another full-time job.
Yeah.
But in fact, she is a writer and a very good writer.
Oh, wow.
And she has a lot of skills in entertainment. So I told her, why don't you just focus on those things and see where that takes you. Don't be so worried about money. We can probably make more money in the future.
Yeah.
And she did that, and now she's like so happy. She has all this freedom, and her career really took off.
Oh. So she writes right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So she got all this freedom now, right? So freedom is the power or right to do or say what you want without anyone stopping you.
Yes.
So like now she's her own boss.
That's amazing.
Right? So for example, Martin has some more freedom since he moved out of his parents' house.
Oh, I bet. Imagine being in your parents' house and your parents have to tell you what time you need to get back home.
Right.
Continuing, now that technology lets us do almost anything from anywhere, why choose to be bossed around in an office?
Exactly. When you become a freelancer, you can continuously develop your skills and let them work for you.
All right. Okay. So all that freedom, you can go into the island. Well, technically, we already live on a tropical island.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Does working as a freelancer appeal to you? Why or why not?
Yeah, well, I think it definitely appeals to me.
Right. I think working as a freelancer definitely appeals to us, and I think we have listed all kinds of reasons since we are freelancers, and that is
what we chose to do.
Yeah, and we love doing it.
Yeah.
But the question is it right for you?
Yeah, so think on that and make the right choice.
Okay, thank you for joining us today, and since we have other jobs to do, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hold on.
我们在谈自由职业的优缺点的时候呢 ，Nina 老师她就用到 pros and cons。那我们这边来补充一下 ，pro P-R-O 这个名词它可以指优点、赞成的论点，那么 con C-O-N 它可以指缺点、反对的论点。所以你就可以用 pros and cons 去表达说是赞成以及反对的理由、正反意见啊、利弊啊、优缺点。好，那么课文接着写到说，作为自由职业者就表示要负责任，要明智的去管理你的时间跟金钱。时间的部分就是说你要安排好进度嘛，在这个截止日期之前要完成工作。而金钱的部分就是因为收入不是大好就是大坏，不是很好就是很差，所以你的自由也是有风险的，你就得学习成为时间管理大师，还有金钱管理大师。好，我们来看看单字 responsible， 它是形容有责任心的、负责可靠的，或者是对什么负责任的。在前面加上 ir 变成相反词 irresponsible 就可以形容不负责任的。再来 manage 当动词可以表达管理、经营或者是设法做到什么什么，它的名词是在后面加上 ment 变成 management 就表示管理经营。再看到 freedom 表示自由、自由行为或者是身份。好，那么课文最后写到说，既然科技让我们几乎可以在任何地方做任何事，为什么要选择在办公室里面受人指使呢？那当你成为自由职业者之后，你可以持续的提升你的技能，让你的技能与时俱进，为你所用。Shane 老师刚刚他则用到片语 keep up to date。with 加上名词，这个用法就可以表达去掌握什么什么的最新讯息。那 up to date 就表示最新最近的。这两个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 keep 加受词加受词补语，表示使什么保持某个状态。那么受词补语呢，可以是形容词、现在分词 V-I-N-G、过去分词 PP 或者是介系词片语。我们这边补充一下，如果你要用分词来当受词补语的话，这个现在分词 V-I-N-G 就是去表达受词跟动词是主动关系。那如果是用过去分词 PP， 就是表达受词跟动词之间是被动关系。我们来造两个例句。Doing crossword puzzles can help keep your mind sharp. 玩填字游戏可以帮助你让头脑保持灵光。这边补语我们是用形容词 sharp。Please keep the front door locked at all times. 请让前门随时保持上锁。那么门是被锁上的，那是被动的关系嘛，所以我们补语是用过去分词 locked。再来看到下一个重点是 now that， 表示既然由于用来引导表示原因的副词子句，那么意思就相当于 since。好，那它所引导的子句呢，你可以把它摆在句首，也可以把它摆在主要子句的后面。像 now that she has retired, she plans to travel around the world。既然她已经退休了，她打算要去环游世界喽。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Freelancing isn't all fun and games, though. not having a full-time job means you don't get benefits like healthcare or paid vacation time. On the other hand, as a freelancer, you decide when and where to work. Want to finish a project on a sunny tropical beach? Freelancing gives you that choice. If you're serious about becoming a freelancer, there are some things to be aware of. For example, those starting out will likely find it hard to get jobs, as it takes time to build up your reputation and skills. Also, being a freelancer means being responsible. You need to keep your skills updated and manage your time, i.e. deadlines, and money wisely, because freelancing is feast or famine. Sometimes you'll have many jobs, and other times you'll struggle to find work. For a growing number of people, however, the freedom that freelancing offers is worth the risks that it comes with. Now that technology lets us do almost anything from anywhere, why choose to be bossed around in an office? When you become a freelancer, you can continuously develop your skills and let them work for you.
Hi everybody, I am Stephen. What public transportation do you choose if you want to travel around Taiwan? Nowadays, Taiwan's public transportation is becoming more and more convenient. The gallery behind me shows us some of Taiwan's important public transportation. Let's go check it out. There are many ways to travel around Taiwan. You can take a train to travel around Taiwan. The Taiwan Railway forms a complete circle around the island. Taking Taiwan high-speed rail saves you a lot of time. You can take a trip from the north to the south of Taiwan in about 2 hours. Airplanes can take you to other cities by air. Riding a bicycle is also a popular way to travel around Taiwan. Other choices are the MRT, ferries, coaches, and others. Traveling around Taiwan does not seem difficult at all, does it?